Boo! Did I scare you? I'm gonna guess that I didn't, and I just made myself look like an absolute fool, but do I care? Absolutely not. It's Halloween today, and I'm recording this video. Now, today's video is going to be about beginners. As you can tell, I'm kind of a beginner with recording these videos, but also not at the same time because I've almost been doing it for a year. However, when you first start doing something, it can be quite difficult. And a lot of people don't take that first step because of how difficult it is to be a beginner at something. My question to you is, can you think in recent times, have you been a beginner? If so, what was the thing? Let me know in the comments down below. And if the answer was no, if the answer is you haven't been a beginner in something recently, why not? Was there something external, internal that was not allowing you to go and be a beginner at something? Something that you really want to do but that you're scared of actually doing? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about beginners and even getting to the stage of being a beginner and how emotional intelligence links to this. Now, Sal's a mentor of mine. Sal, if you're watching this, this is the video that we talked about, mate. This one's for you, all right? If you've made it 1 minute and 44 seconds into this video. Beginners. Why do people find it so much more comfortable to just sit, not do anything, stay in their comfort zone as opposed to stepping out of their comfort zone and doing something that is foreign, that is brand new, that they are going to be completely shit at? Why do they feel more comfortable just sitting, doing absolutely nothing? I've just realized I've been looking at myself rather than looking at the camera this whole time. So right now I'm going to start looking at the camera. I think you can tell I'm a bit of a beginner. Anyways, why do people much rather sitting, staying in their comfort zone as opposed to actually going out, being a beginner, being shit at something at first? Why? When I started making YouTube videos, you can even scroll off this video if you're still here after 2.5 minutes. You can watch this, you can watch my very first YouTube video. You can see how much I've improved since that very first video. But when I made that video, I was scared to death, man. I was terrified. I've never recorded myself in front of a camera before, let alone posted that to social media for everyone to see. Literally everyone. I've never done something like that before, so taking that first step was incredibly difficult. Why? Why is that difficult? Linking this to emotional intelligence, it is that stress tolerance, the ability to deal with stressful and tense, uneasy situations, unpredictable situations. That is your ability to deal with stress, and that is your stress tolerance. How does this link to beginners? Well, if they're doing something for the first time, they have no idea whether they are going to be good or bad at it because they're doing it for the first time. And it's that uncertainty that a lot of people do not like to deal with. In the past, I definitely didn't like to deal with uncertainty. And even at times now, there are times I avoid uncertainty because it doesn't make me feel good. However, I know that it is necessary. It is vital to getting through, to improving. Because that uncertainty, that's how you grow. That is where you grow out of your comfort zone and things start to happen. So in addition to this stress tolerance and avoiding and developing that stress tolerance, a lack of ability to see the situation objectively for what it is. In other words, a relatively low reality testing score on the EQI 2.0 assessment in comparison to the general population. That was a mouthful. So what does that mean? That means that people like myself in the past, I would not be able to see the situation objectively. Yet I'd see it subjectively, letting my emotions impact how I viewed myself, how I viewed others, and how I viewed this situation holistically. Once I was able to separate myself from the situation, I realized that it's not that bad. It's not that bad at all, man. At all. In fact, it's actually a good thing starting to post on social media, being bold enough to make YouTube videos and post it for the world to see. Because you're going to get criticism. You're going to get people who are supporting you, but you're going to get a lot more criticism. And who knows? Fortune favors the brave, wherever that quote comes from. Seeing the situation objectively allows you to take those rose-colored glasses off and see the situation for what it is. You realize that doing that thing that scares the crap out of you might not actually be that bad, man. It's actually all right to step out of your comfort zone for a little bit of time. Be a beginner in something. Test the waters and try it out. That's what it takes sometimes. So and in the past, my lack of stress tolerance and effective reality testing impacted my ability to try different things, start from the beginning. And I was sitting in a place of discomfort. But it was the bad kind of discomfort, in my opinion, because I was sitting in comfort, feeling terrible about myself because I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't doing anything with my life. I didn't have any purpose, no goals, no motivation, no drive, nothing. All I was doing was sitting on my ass, playing PlayStation, doing 2 loads of nothing. So when I became a beginner at something, when I first started doing improv classes, that first class, I was terrified, dude. Terrified. But I did it anyway. I felt the fear and I did it anyway because that is how you grow. That's how you grow, man. And once you're able to break past that barrier of the stress tolerance and the reality testing, you do the thing, you become a beginner, and then you consistently practice and get better. Because over time, with consistency, you keep getting better. Each rep, day after day, step by step, you get better and you improve. That is how you succeed. That's how you get better. That's how you grow. You achieve your goals. Because everyone has to start at the beginning once. And if you answered no to if you've never started from the beginning, well, if you answered yes to never having started from the beginning in your life before, well, you are lying, bro. You are just blatantly lying because everyone starts from the beginning at least once. Everyone starts from the beginning at least once. Once you break past that barrier, that own self-barrier that you have on yourself, what you realize is that your self-actualization actually improves. You actually start to pursue meaning in your life because you start doing things from being a beginner. And you can see that constant, steady, slow progression allows you to get better. And then once you do get better, once you're over here now and you do get better, oh my God, the world becomes your oyster. You can literally do whatever you want because you realize it was difficult at first. It sucked. You didn't want to do it, but you kept showing up. And that discipline got you to this place. And once you're here, you keep pursuing more meaningful and activities that make you feel good. You start enjoying your life more because you have drive, you have purpose. You're actually moving towards something that you enjoy. And that is why, in my opinion, we should start looking to be beginners more often. rather than staying comfortably sitting in your comfort zone, rather than just sitting there doing 2 loads of nothing, 2 loads of bugger all. Be a beginner. Be bold enough to be willing to be shit at something. To, through practice, through dedication and consistency, get better slowly and slowly over time. And what you'll realize is that you'll start to grow as a person. You'll start to be more confident. You'll start to enjoy your life more because you're acting with meaning. You're acting with purpose. And you're actually starting to create the life that you want. If that's the case, subscribe. It'd be nice if I could talk. Subscribe to me down below. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And also, I've recently started an Instagram, TikTok, Facebook accounts for this YouTube page as well. So I'll add the links to them in the description down below as well. Yeah. Progress starts with you. Have a good day.